So I'm going live, you guys know, simultaneously on different platforms. On YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, Instagram, and tonight I'm going live on Twitter. I think I've clicked on it. I don't know, but the thing is, even if I did, I don't even do Twitter, so I don't know. So anyway, a disclaimer. Yes, I know, like my straps and stuff are showing. I get it, but I did go out and exercise, so I'm kind of like in my workout gear, but I wanted to get on because I know I haven't been on in a minute. So what is frustrating me is because Facebook is tearing my nerves up. Like, I hope that I'm even going live right now. So it's a thing where you can schedule your live, and then when it's time to go live, you're supposed to just be able to push a button. And it just sat there and buffered and buffered and buffered. So this is really, 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 really irritating me. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, we're moving on past that. So tonight, that's pretty cool. Okay, so tonight, I wanted to talk to you. The topic for the Live with Love tonight is I am no longer available. And yes, I said what I said. And I wanted to talk to you guys about what exactly I mean by that, and then how that can transpose over into your personal brand or how you show up to the world. So I have my notes here. I'm going to try not to take too much time tonight, but this is just so weird. I hope this is live, y'all. Like I said, I hope this is not taking, I'm not going to take up too much time, but I want to really kind of dive in. So everybody knows, and if you don't, if this is your first time seeing me, I'm Crystal Nicole. I'm a personal brand coach, a personal brand advisor, and I basically help women hone in to their uniqueness, right? So that they can align in order to have a great brand, in order to be, have those opportunities coming to them that they want and live the life that they want to live. So it's all about personal branding, aligning and personal branding. That's what I do. If you want help with that or want to know more information, definitely go to my website, which is crystalnicole.co. Every Thursday night, sometimes, every Thursday night, I'm going to get better on that. I go live at 8 p.m. Eastern, so that's why you're seeing me. Or if this is a replay, that's when I was live. And I have these live with loves, right? So it's me being real, being raw, but it's all done in love. So hopefully that you guys can understand that and accept that. Okay, so aligned tonight is going to be about I'm no longer available. What does that mean? So whenever I talk about personal branding, how I look at it as far as having like a really dope aligned personal brand is different pillars, right? So you got to understand and align who your core is. You have to do the work to understand who you are first before you can start branding anything. Like that is first and foremost. Anyone that goes to my program, that's what we start first with is core work. So it's the core, right? Then it's your style. The style is not necessarily about clothing and fashion, though that's an element of it. But when I talk about style, I'm talking about your flavor, the things you like. Your style is presented in everything, right? And it is about your passion or your brand. So when you align, it's about style, presence. Presence is, what people feel when they're around you, like you're the aura that you bring when you step into the room, or after a person experiences you, it's that presence, right? That's what I mean by presence. And then also aligning with your brand or your passion. So if you hone in on that and kind of putting all those things together, that's when you will really have an effective aligned personal brand, and opportunities will start coming to you and being attracted. Right. So this segment tonight, when I say I'm no longer available, this is for you guys, so you guys will know this is going to be under the presence portion of personal branding. Okay. So if you guys want to know more about that, go back to my other videos. I'm going to get ready to get in. All right. So when I say I'm no longer available, what does that mean? It basically means having the ability to understand what you like and what you don't like, what you'll accept and what you do not accept. And it's really down to setting up boundaries. And it's very important for you to set boundaries for yourself, for your business, in your job, just for your life overall. Because when you set up boundaries, right, and this is not that you're putting anybody else in a boundary, but this is like to interact with me, to be a part of my business, to be a client of mine, to be whatever, a job that I take, I have certain parameters and I have certain boundaries that I set up that will help me to show up my best self and to operate fully. Okay. So I have been following along with a coach that I actually invest in and helps coach with my business. And one of the things that she's very keen on is no longer being available for certain things. And that's just setting up boundaries. So when we talk about not being available for certain things, I'm going to go into showing you some examples of what I'm no longer available for and how that will transpose over into my life and over into my brand. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. So when we're talking about no longer being available, again, it's all about setting and understanding your boundaries. When you start doing that, when you start saying no to people, if it's not within your, if it's going over your boundary, you're going to make people upset. You just are. So you got to get over wanting to be little Miss Perfect if that's in you. And I mean like where you really seek other people's approval or another person's opinion of you can throw you off. So, hey, so you have to get over that, right? Or work through that. So when you start setting boundaries, when you start saying no, when you start saying, I am no longer available for boom, 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 trust me, you're going to ruffle some feathers. It's all good. It's all good because we teach people how to treat us, right? And so if they don't like it, it's just a lesson that needs to be learned by them. They either can roll with you or they cannot. But regardless, is you have your boundaries and you have them set for a purpose. All right. So, of course, they may be upset. You teach people how to treat us, even if you are that person. So that's another thing. Sometimes the boundaries need to be set for you, right? Sometimes you need to say no to yourself. Sometimes you need to say, no, Crystal, you got to show up at this point. You got to show up in this way. So that's a whole nother thing. Setting boundaries, even if the boundary is for you. So I'm going to go through what mine are. And then I think as I go through mine as an example, you guys will understand. So again, it may come off abrasive, but remember, this is Alive with Love. Everything I'm saying is with love, and it is to help you, right? To help us show up how we're supposed to show up to the world and to be free by truly understanding what being authentic is and being yourself. Like, there's nothing more freeing than when you know you have been true to yourself. All right, so where can you put these boundaries? Where can you no longer be available for? In your life, your business, your job, your brand. All of these things are where you should really take a step back and reevaluate what makes you happy, what does not, what no longer serves you. That's what that means. And then you start putting these boundaries up. Now, you don't have to walk around with a t-shirt that's like, nah, I'm not available. It's just in how you carry yourself. It's in your presence. It's in what you say. That is your presence, and that's how people will understand your boundaries, and that's how you will start to teach people how to treat you. Having those boundaries will help you be able to, choose opportunities, choose clients that come to you. That's another thing I'm going to be talking about, choosing clients that come to you. If you, I had a lady come to me, and she needed help with her brand, and she was in modeling. Beautiful. She was in modeling, and she wanted to make sure that she was doing the right opportunities, right? Because she was just starting out and she was aspiring at modeling, sometimes, and we are like this in business, or sometimes in our job, we will just take whatever because we just want that business. We just want that opportunity. But once you start to understand who you are and hone into who you are, like yourself truly and authentically, then you will be able to say, nah, I'm not going to do that because it's against my boundaries and it's not my brand. Does that make sense? So I wanted to say that. So it will also help you to be able to home in on opportunities, attract the right opportunities because you have set boundaries and you've made it very clear. Okay, so, and it keeps you from doing stuff that you don't want to do. Here are my boundaries, and maybe this will help drive the point home to you guys. I know it's kind of a different concept. Hold on a second, because it's like they're really loud. He went outside. Okay. So actually, give me a second. Let me lock my door. Okay. Yeah. I'm not available to be interrupted. Okay. So, all right. One thing with me, it helps me to stay on brand, to set these parameters, and me being, no, I'm working. No, I'm no longer available for, right? So no longer am I, when I look at other opportunities or whatever, I'm no longer available. This is like at work. This is in my business for those who don't appreciate me and what I do. I'm no longer available for that. So if someone comes to me and I know that they're not being appreciative and they don't appreciate the value that I bring or what I do, I'm not available. And it's not about not being ugly. It's just about, I don't give time to that, right? And so that helps me to continue to feel great about what I do and the value that I bring. I'm not available for those who don't value what I offer, right? And that can come in very different ways and different, elements of how it comes, but you need to understand and set those boundaries. No longer am I available for that. And again, these are just mine, and I would challenge you guys to do yours, okay? And if you don't quite understand, shoot me a message, leave a comment. I always go back and respond, but I like to be real present. I am no longer available for people who do not respect my boundaries. I'm no longer available for that. Meaning, I will not entertain it at all. So one of the things, and I'm just going to be real transparent, and I know if my family sees this, they're probably going to think I'm talking about them. I'm not, but I am going to say this. The boundary that I set up is, like, I value very much, my time, because I have a lot going on all the time. Like, I work full time. I'm running a business full time. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. My mom is here. It's a whole lot, right? And my time is really, really, really valuable. And when I'm not doing something, you should see my calendar. I am. Like, the fact that I'm not doing something is something that I'm doing. So one thing I just don't like, I've never liked it. I've never liked it, even in middle school and high school, even as a female. I hate talking on the phone. I do not like it. It just, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'll answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer texting, and don't FaceTime me. Unless you are my son, Nicholas, do not FaceTime me, because I'm not answering that. I'm not going to do it. It's just me. I don't like it. But it's my boundaries, and it's what I've said. And oftentimes when I'm called or someone is calling me and I'm not answering, they get very annoyed, and it may come off like I'm being disrespectful, but I'm not. And what I'm doing is I'm setting the boundary that I don't like talking on the phone. I talk to people all day long in my job. Like, I am client facing. So from 9 o'clock, sometimes at 7 o'clock, I'm in meetings back to back to back to back. And then on Thursdays, I'm on here with you. And then right after this, I got a client call right after. So I've been going strong since 7 o'clock this morning. So I don't like, I didn't like it in middle school. I don't like it now, talking on the phone. I just don't. The reason why I got out of liking talking on the phone is a lot of people who talk on the phone don't have phone etiquette. Like, my thing is this: if you call me, and I know I'm digressing, if you call me, it is your responsibility to keep the conversation going. There is nothing worse than getting on the phone with someone who called you and you're having to come up with, what's up? Okay. And I shouldn't have to carry the conversation. You called me. That's one. The other part of phone etiquette is when you don't know when to cut a conversation off. So now I got to say, oh, hold up, let me just roll. I got to go. Everyone's done that. Everyone's had that happen to them. So that's what even got me out of that. Me being an introvert, me being an empath, I need time to recharge. So when I'm on the phone, it kind of is draining. So, God, that was long. I don't like talking on the phone. And the boundary is, I would prefer you text me. If it's an emergency, it's going to get to me, because I know a lot of people are like, what if it's an emergency? My thing is this: if I am at home and my 2 children, I know where they are, they're here, my mother's here and my husband's here, that is the most emergency that someone would need to call me. Other than that, you can text me or you can leave a message. I even will go there and say, I feel intuitively enough that if it is something, I will know. Y'all may not like that. You may think that is just rude and all this and that, and that's cool. You don't have to like it. But that is my boundary, and I'm not available for it. Okay? So, that's that. So being an introvert, being an empath, that's why I just like to protect the resource that is me. I know how I am, and when I'm drained, I am not good for nobody. Nobody at all. So again, it's not a disrespect. It's just my boundary, and I am asking you to respect that. All right. I'm no longer available. This is just another thing. I'm no longer available for hookups. Hookup clients. Let me just pick your brain. Let me get some advice from you. Let me talk to you about this. What do you think about that? Listen, if I've talked to you before tonight, I'm not talking about you because, to be quite honest, I never set the boundary, right? So I had no problem talking. But I'm at a point in my life now where I'm getting really, really busy. And that's why I have the Aligned Facebook group. I have it set up so that, I'm coming on here and I'm giving nuggets, I'm giving advice. If you have a question, I would love for you guys to start leaving those questions in the group. And the women that are in the group are very high vibrational. They're business. They're about business. And so no one's going to look at you side eye. They may give you one of their answers, and I always come back and respond. But that's just the boundary I have set up. I don't really have that time to give away free advice. And I don't have that space for clients who want that. So it may sound a kind of way, and if you are, and you may be offended, and if you are, I encourage you to rewind and play it again. And if you're still offended, it's okay, because it's my boundary and I just set it, and I don't have time for it. So I've already set up my group, right? You can reach out to me that way. If you really want to talk about your brand and how to bring that to the forefront and how to hone in on who you are and just advice, book a consultation. Like, a consultation, honestly, is free, right? But it's a time that you would be on my schedule, right? And so if I'm not responding back, you're not looking, sideways because I haven't responded back to your message. You should see my voicemail. It's ridiculous. You should see my inbox. It's a little better, but that's just what it is. So that I'm no longer available for that. I am no longer available for drama. Like, I'm 40 and extraness is extra. And I realize, like, when you start seeing people in patterns, a lot of people who are in drama attract drama. They desire drama. And they have no intentions of getting out of it. Like, I think the drama is what gives them their thrill in life. And that's cool, but I'm not here for it. You know what I mean? So if I'm not, you're telling me something and it seems like I'm just going blank, it's because I'm not here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to say what I need to say. I'll help you out if I can. But the drama of things, if you're a type of person that has that energy that needs to just have something going on all the time, ma'am, no ma'am. I'm no longer available for drama. Okay? What's another one? Oh, this is the last one. But straight up, I am not available for people who are not real. I won't grin, I won't bear it, I won't do any of that. When I got to a certain point in my life, when I got to an understanding of who I am and how I serve and how I show up, I expect the same in return. And granted, you can't expect people to be the same as you are, but once you set the standard of how you want to be treated, how you want to be approached, how you want your business to run, how you want your boss to treat you at work, when you understand who you are, you then can go in and say, you know what, I'm no longer available for that. You need to value me more at work. You need to see that I've done X, Y, Z, and that promotion that you just gave to Sally, what's up with that? You need to get aligned and set boundaries and let people know what you are no longer available for. Because the danger of not doing that, the danger of being for everything, is that you become a tap dancer and no one respects Bojangles. I'm going to be honest, other than, the restaurant and the biscuits. No one respects that. You are a tap dancing Mr. Bojangles. And you will do whatever that the person wants for whatever name, whatever mood. And no one respects that. So it also will drain you. You will become so frustrated because you will feel like no matter what you do, you're not pleasing. You're not getting to what you need to do. You're not booking that client. You're not launching that business. It's because you haven't sat down, got really, really clear with who you are and aligned, right? And started setting the boundaries. So I encourage you guys, start setting your boundaries. What are you no longer available for? And this is not a session of like dumping and being ugly and rude. It's not that. That's not even the spirit of it. To be quite honest, think about it this. It's not even for nobody else. It's for you. You don't have to go around and rant what these are. I'm just giving you examples so you can kind of see how you would use this all the way around, if that makes sense. But when you start setting your boundaries, it will elevate and change your presence. And you will have no problem just saying what you're not available for. People can love it or leave it, but it won't matter because you would have taught them how to treat you. Yeah. So I've gone over the things that I'm no longer available for. Oh, the whole thing of like those who are not real. middle school, high school, college, your 20s. You want this type of boyfriend. You want to seem like this to this type of person. You're in this group. You're in that, and you deal with a whole lot. You deal with a whole lot of people and their issues and their not realness and their pretense and all this and that. And then you carry that for so long until you get to a point in your life. Mine was like my mid-30s. Like I got around my mid-30s, I got really clear on I just didn't care enough about what you wanted more so than what I wanted. And it wasn't about being selfish. It was just like, no, it is time to be self-full. And no. So now that I'm in my 40s, when I hit 40, not only did I feel that in my 30s, now I am articulating that. I'm articulating that at work. And it's not about being ugly, but it is about being real. I don't want people around me that are extra, that thrive on lies, that thrive on something, drama. And so I want people also who will put down the pretense and get really real with me. A lot my clients that I work with, like I vet everybody. If you come into my program, or if I go through the application at the beginning, and then I go to your profile, social media, and I start looking and checking on you, I can pick up fakeness really quickly. I really, really can. And if I start to sense that, then I reach out and I'm just like, I just don't think this is going to be a good fit because I don't need that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I already have to do a lot of work. Like we go deep when we start working on your core. I'm not going to be nobody's counselor though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to do that, and I'm not available for that. So again, this is not about me just, I'm not this and I'm not that, but I was giving you my examples of what I'm not available for and how that has helped me in my business. What has helped me in my job is, I have a certain expectation of when I even apply for a job. It's got to be a certain salary. If it's not that salary, then I can't afford to even work there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it has to be a thing. Okay, it has to be a thing where, it's got to be in a certain location. And I know a lot of people are like, well, sometimes you just got to take what you got to take. True, until you don't have to do that anymore, right? And you start setting those boundaries. At work, I'm not just going to be dumped on and, oh, Crystal will do it or this and that. No, that's not what I'm going to do. And I did this, and you will acknowledge that. In my business, if it's out of alignment for me, I don't care how great the opportunity looks. Like I used to do that a lot, especially with fashion shows. I used to I'll do that. I hated doing fashion shows as a boutique owner. I did because 9 times out of 10 people are treating it like a party. Then they don't even know the outfit that somebody wore, like the second model. It was no value. But I did it because I wanted to get out there. It didn't serve me any purpose. It just made me more frustrated. So anyway, I don't even know how I got on that, but being within my 40s, being clear and aligned allows me to be authentic and for me to state who I am, how I need to be treated, right? And be okay with that. Be okay with if that ruffles some feathers. If you guys get a little upset, or if you unfriend me, or if you unfollow, or if you unsubscribe to the group, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So I encourage you guys, track what you want. Yeah. I encourage you guys to do that, to take inventory. Understand that this is a part of the personal brand. This is the presence. This is how you will carry yourself. This is your creed, right? This is what goes on in your mind. This is what allows you to vet other people who come into your life. Vet opportunities, vet jobs, vet people. If they don't fit into what is your brand, then it's not for you. And that's when you can stand on what you're not available for. So I just put the title out there like that. I hope you guys understood what I was saying. I really do. If you have any questions, shoot me a message, right, in regard to this. All right. If you want to talk, if you need help with defining a personal brand or understanding what yours is, or, how you can work with me or what I do when I work with women, then I definitely encourage you to go to my website, which is crystalnicole.co. Crystal, CRYSTAL. Nicole has an H, NICHOLE.co. There you can kind of see everything that I do. But most importantly, you can click that button that says consultation, and it will put you on my calendar. There's no price for a consultation, but it is how I want to interact, right? When it comes to that, and if you're serious. But I encourage you guys to stay plugged in. thank you for being patient with me while, you know, some Thursdays I'm on, some I'm not. I'm one of those that, like, if I'm not feeling it, and it's not like y'all, but if I have other things that are going on and I feel like I can't come on here and add value, then I won't. I promise you that. That's a promise to you. I'm not going to get up here and allow any energy from me to come over to you if it's not right. Okay? So, yeah, thank you. I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you guys are staying positive in this time. We will start going into like using this time, right? Turning it to something positive and using this time to help you guys maybe do those things that you've been putting off. Yeah, so that's it. So I know I've gone over a little bit, but I will be back next Thursday at 8. I don't know what the topic is as of yet. So if there's something you want me to talk about, shoot me a message. I will talk about that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that this went live on Facebook and I just wasn't sitting here talking to myself because I would be pissed. Okay. Thank you. You guys remember, live with intention, show up authentically, and rock your dope personal brand. All right. Peace. Bye. Okay. Bye, guys.